I was 68 when my wife Linda walked out on me. We had been married for 27 years. I remember the exact day. It was a quiet Tuesday morning. I was brewing coffee, humming an old Eagles song, and she walked into the kitchen carrying a suitcase. "I'm leaving," she said flatly, without a trace of emotion. At first I thought it was a joke, but then she handed me a letter, printed and signed, divorce papers. No arguments, no explanations, just silence. Then the door closed behind her. That was it. For 27 years I was faithful, never cheated, never lied. I built a small hardware store from scratch while she stayed home, raised our son, and later worked part-time at the library. We had dinner together every night, traveled in the summers, sent each other silly birthday cards. So I didn't understand. I just didn't understand. A week later our son called. He sounded distant. "Mom told me everything," he said. "She's with someone else now. She's happy. You should try to be happy too." That hit me harder than anything. I lost my wife, and now my son seemed to see me as the enemy. But here's the twist. Linda didn't just leave me for someone. She left me for a man 24 years younger, a man named Travis, a fitness instructor she met at the local gym. She worked out there 3 times a week. I thought it was just for health. Turns out it was for him. Travis had a dazzling smile, a six-pack, and an ego the size of Texas. I saw their photos on Facebook. They were in Mexico, cocktails, beaches, #new beginning. I won't lie, I cried. Sitting in the garage on an old workbench I made with my father, I felt ashamed, hurt, and worst of all, discarded. For a long time I disappeared, stopped going to church, ignored calls, even closed the store. It was too painful to be there alone. But here's the thing about pain. It either breaks you or makes you stronger. I started walking every morning, first around the house, then a mile, then 2. Eventually I joined a hiking group for older men, not for friends, just to feel human again. One day on a hike I met Harold. He was 74. His wife passed away from cancer after 50 years together. He looked at me and said, "Grief is grief, but don't waste your breath on someone who doesn't deserve it." That stuck with me. Over time I began to heal. Started volunteering at the library, yes, the same one where she worked. Took woodworking classes at the community center, even helped a neighbor's 11-year-old build a treehouse. I started smiling again, quietly, cautiously, but it was a smile. And then something happened. 2 years after Linda left, she knocked on my door, alone. Her hair was different, her eyes tired. She said, "Can I come in?" We sat in the same kitchen where she once left. She said, "Travis left. He said I was too demanding. He moved to Miami." She looked down. "I was wrong," she said. "I traded true love for excitement, and the excitement is over." She asked if we could try again. 27 years, shared memories, shared life. I looked at her and I realized something. I was no longer angry, but I wasn't in love either. Not with her, not with the woman who left without a fight. I said, "Linda, I hope you find peace, but I've already started a new chapter and I like the man I'm becoming." She left in tears, but this time it didn't break me, it freed me. Now at 70, I still walk, still create. I mentor boys without fathers. Every Thursday I meet with a group of men for coffee. We talk about life, loyalty, and what really matters. Because the truth is, love doesn't always last, but respect for yourself is non-negotiable. Sometimes by losing what you thought was everything, you actually find yourself.